What's up, basketball fans? Back to the channel, where we break down all the action from the hardwood. Today, we're diving into a thrilling matchup that saw the Boston Celtics extend their incredible streak with a hard-fought win over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Stick around for all the key plays, stats, and insights. After a tough loss on the road against Toronto, the Minnesota Timberwolves entered TD Garden looking to regroup and bounce back. Standing in their way, the defending champion Boston Celtics, a team firing on all cylinders this season. With Mike Conley sidelined due to a left toe strain, Timberwolves head coach Chris Finch made a surprising move, inserting newcomer Donte DiVincenzo into the starting lineup. Would this gamble pay off? Let's find out. The Celtics wasted no time, launching an offensive barrage led by Jaylen Brown. Standing in their way, the defending champion Boston Celtics, a team firing on all cylinders this season. With Gobert's dominance inside and contributions from the bench, Minnesota clawed their way back into the game. Momentum was shifting, and it all came down to the final seconds. With just 7 seconds on the clock and down by 2, the Timberwolves had a chance to win it or force overtime. The ball found its way to Anthony Edwards, who attacked the Celtics defense. The play unfolded beautifully, with Edwards dishing to Jaden McDaniels, who then set up a wide-open Naz Reid in the corner. But time wasn't on their side. Reid's shot didn't get off before the buzzer, and the Timberwolves fell just short, 105-107. With Gobert's dominance inside and contributions from the bench, Minnesota clawed their way back into the game. Momentum was shifting, and it all came down to the final seconds. With just 7 seconds on the clock and down by 2, the Timberwolves had a chance to win it or force overtime. The ball found its way to Anthony Edwards, who attacked the Celtics defense. The play unfolded beautifully, with Edwards dishing to Jaden McDaniels, who then set up a wide-open Naz Reid in the corner. But time wasn't on their side. Reid's shot didn't get off before the buzzer, and the Timberwolves fell just short, 105-107. Coming into this matchup, the Celtics were riding high on an incredible winning streak, solidifying their spot as one of the best teams in the league. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves, fresh off a tough loss in Toronto, were looking to bounce back and prove they could hang with the league's elite. However, Minnesota was dealt an early blow with veteran guard Mike Conley sidelined due to a left toe strain. This opened the door for newcomer Donte DiVincenzo to make his first start as a Timberwolf. But the Celtics were ready to defend their home court. The Boston Celtics wasted no time setting the tone. Jaylen Brown came out on fire, connecting on his first 4 three-point attempts. The Celtics surged to an early 15-6 lead, and the TD Garden crowd was loving every second of it. Meanwhile, Boston's defense smothered the Timberwolves, forcing tough shots and creating transition opportunities. Jason Tatum was in his bag, showing off his smooth mid-range game and attacking the rim with authority. Just when it looked like the Wolves might get blown out, rookie Rob Dillingham stepped up in a big way. The 19-year-old guard provided a spark off the bench, scoring 10 straight points in a dazzling display of speed and skill. Rudy Gobert also made his presence felt, dominating the glass and anchoring Minnesota's defense. Thanks to their efforts, the Timberwolves went on a 21-7 run, clawing their way back into the game. At halftime, Boston's lead had shrunk, and it was clear we had a game on our hands. The second half was a back-and-forth battle. Anthony Edwards found his rhythm, hitting tough shots and attacking the rim. On the other side, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown continued to lead the charge for Boston, making clutch plays whenever Minnesota seemed to gain momentum. Rudy Gobert's rebounding and interior defense kept Minnesota in it, while the Celtics relied on their depth and ball movement to stay ahead. It was anyone's game heading into the final moments. The Boston Celtics secured a narrow 107-105 victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves in an intense game at TD Garden on November 24, 2024. The Celtics extended their win streak to 5 games, powered by Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, who combined for 55 points. Brown's hot shooting early and Tatum's steady presence kept Boston ahead. For Minnesota, Anthony Edwards shined with 28 points, and Rudy Gobert dominated the boards with 20 rebounds. Despite a late-game surge, the Timberwolves fell short when Naz Reid couldn't beat the buzzer. The Boston Celtics edged out the Minnesota Timberwolves in a thrilling 107-105 victory at TD Garden on November 24, 2024, marking their fifth consecutive win. The game showcased the Celtics' firepower, led by Jaylen Brown, who lit up the first quarter with a flurry of three-pointers, finishing with 29 points. Jason Tatum added 26 points and 8 rebounds, playing a pivotal role in maintaining Boston's edge throughout the game. For Minnesota, Anthony Edwards carried the offensive load with 28 points, including 6 three-pointers. Rudy Gobert dominated the paint with an incredible 20 rebounds, anchoring the Timberwolves' defense and providing second-chance opportunities. Rookie Rob Dillingham also impressed, coming off the bench to contribute 14 points and spark a key rally in the first half. The game was a tale of two halves. Boston stormed out early with Jaylen Brown's perimeter shooting, taking control in the second quarter with a 17-4 scoring run. Minnesota responded in the third quarter with increased intensity, as their defense tightened and their bench provided a crucial lift. Despite their efforts, the Timberwolves entered the fourth quarter trailing by 8. In the final period, the Timberwolves clawed their way back, narrowing the Celtics' lead to just 2 points in the closing seconds. With 7 seconds remaining, Anthony Edwards orchestrated the final play, driving into the lane and dishing to a wide-open Naz Reid in the corner. However, Reid couldn't release the shot before the buzzer, sealing the Celtics' victory. The loss dropped the Timberwolves to an even 8-8 record, a disappointing start for a team still working to find chemistry after off-season additions like Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo. Despite the setback, the Timberwolves showed glimpses of their potential, especially in their ability to rally against one of the NBA's top teams. Boston's win reinforced their status as a championship contender, extending their dominance at home and solidifying their place atop the Eastern Conference standings. With the duo of Brown and Tatum firing on all cylinders, the Celtics remain one of the most formidable teams in the league. This game offered plenty of highlights, drama, and storylines for fans of both teams, showcasing the NBA at its best, intense competition, star performances, and down-to-the-wire excitement. The Timberwolves will look to regroup and build on the positives from this game, while the Celtics continue their quest for another championship.